going to set a precedence. My name is Yakinan Ben Lawyer, and I represent the government of Israel. I'm in charge of safety and security for our government. And we're here to let you know that black lives don't matter. All right, because black is the color of the crayon. Black is the color of the camera. Black is the color of your t-shirt. If black lives matter, why won't the black man, woman, and child come back to the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High? Because it doesn't matter to you. Black lives have never mattered to you. The so-called Negroes, the so-called Latinos, the so-called Native Americans and Seminole Indians. Because when the servants of the Most High come out to prophesy, y'all running high. If your life mattered, you keep the commandments. Read what you got.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 6. Bring it out! For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given.
And you ignorantly call him Jesus Christ.
Right.
Where his name is Yahushua.
That's right.
As far as you would know, he's a big black man with woolly hair.
Right.
All right? And he's coming to set this place on blaze, man.
That's right.
And it's going to be with a standard. Read.
Right.
And the government shall be upon his shoulder.
And the what?
And the government shall be upon his shoulder.
And the what?
And the government shall be upon his shoulder.
The white man.
And the government shall be upon his shoulder.
The Chinese man.
And the government shall be upon his shoulder.
And that's the only government we represent. You want to know what's going on? That's what's going on. The government is going to be upon his shoulders. All right, Masharah Yasharahla, the only begotten Son of the Heavenly Father. You know?
And his name shall be called Wonderful.
His name is going to be wonderful, because when the wicked are in rule, man, the people mourn, man.
That's right.
And that's who's ruling right now. There's utter wickedness in America, man. All these policies and these agendas, and we have never been indemnified as a people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians of indigenous descent. But you up here impotently crying out for justice and peace. There's going to be no peace. There's going to be judgment. There's going to be destruction. There's going to be more famines. There's going to be more plagues. Things are not going to get better. Wake up.
And his name shall be called Wonderful.
His name is going to be wonderful, because when he's in power, oh, what a wonderful place this will be. Oh, what a wonderful place it's going to be when the so-called white man is eradicated off the face of the earth. When his infrastructure and all his policies that he has set against the so-called Negro comes to an end.
That's right.
There will be no damn White House.
That's right.
It's going to be rubble, mortar.
Come on.
His name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty Power.
And I represent that government, the safety and security that's coming. So we're prophesying, thus saith the Most High.
That's right.
And it's going to be with power. Read.
The Everlasting Father.
The everlasting Father, because we're looking for an everlasting kingdom, not this temporary kingdom. Where the hell is Little Wayne? That's about as long as America's career is going to be. It's up. It's over with. Come on.
The Prince of Peace.
The Prince of Peace, because that's what the so-called Negro needs. And the only thing that's going to bring peace is the law, statutes, and commandments. That's the only thing that's going to bring peace to our nation, man. That's when brothers will stop murking each other. That's when brothers will learn to love their wives as themselves, man. That's when we'll learn to all get along, just us, just the 12 tribes only. 12 tribes, lives matter. Come on.
Verse 7. Of the increase of his government and peace, there shall be no end.
So whatever agenda you're riding, the Black Lives Matter bowel movement, it's not going to work. It's a bowel movement, man. And it stinks unto the Most High. You got a bunch of lesbians. And you got the GCs out here, gender confused community. The GCCs. I'm not giving you no label. You're not entitled mentally in label or being identified. You're gender confused. And that goes against the government of the Heavenly Father.
Upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it and to establish it with judgment and with justice.
With what?
With justice.
With what?
With justice.
That's the only way you're going to get justice, so-called Negroes. is when you come back to this government, the government that's established on Yahweh Yahawashi, man.
Right.
You know?
From henceforth, even forever.
For what?
Forever.
For what?
Forever.
For what?
Forever.
So we're going to get the kingdom forever, man, and it's ours. But it's going to be established this way. Read what you got.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 26. And I will restore thy judges.
He's going to restore the judges. So that's what you're seeing with the government of Israel. That's what you're seeing with Masharah Yasharahla. You can hate it, dislike it, disbelieve it all you want, but it doesn't matter. Because there's nothing you're going to be able to do against the truth. I thought the truth matters, right? John 8:32, you shall know the truth and the truth will make you free. But the so-called Negro hate the truth. So how the hell are you going to be free in America? Read.
And I will restore thy judges.
The Most High is going to restore the judges. This is what you're looking at today.
That's right.
You see the judges on the earth before you. We are the men of the Most High. You see his judges right now. Take a good look and listen up. Read.
And I will restore thy judges as at the first.
That means at the beginning, when King David was in rule, when we had power, when we had authority, didn't have the damn white man telling you what to do. What hours you can protest.
That's right.
Got you putting on a mask, but you won't put on all statutes and commandments. How dumb can you be? Read.
And thy counselors as at the beginning.
As at the beginning, man, at the start. That's the only way we're going to be indemnified as a people. If you ride any other agenda, it's not going to work, man. It's going to come to nothing. We've had these moves before. We had a bunch of power movements in America, man. And it ain't come to nothing but duty. Read.
Afterward, thou shalt be called the city of righteousness.
That's not what's going to happen to us when we come back to righteousness, man. We're going to be a city of righteousness, but as long as you hate righteousness, then you'll never have this. You'll never inherit this kingdom. You know?
The faithful city.
The faithful city. A lot of you Negroes not faithful to the law, statutes, and commandments. That's why the city ain't faithful to you. That's why you don't have no faith. You don't have no faith. You're trusting in man. What is that getting us in America, man? What is that getting you in America, so-called Negroes? How is your complying and saying you can't breathe with a knee on your damn neck getting you justice? You've done everything this man has asked you to do. You built his houses. You built their bridges. You built these storehouses. And you still are unindemnified, man.
Right.
Come to this government and get judgment on your enemies.
That's right.
And be redeemed of the Heavenly Father. Read.
Zion shall be redeemed.
It's gonna happen. It's not a guess. We done prophesied to y'all that the plagues were coming. We prophesied to y'all that famines were coming. We prophesied to y'all that race wars were coming. Read.
Zion shall be redeemed with judgment.
So that's what's happening. That's what's going on. Read what you got. 9 and 6. Psalms 9 and 6. Read.
The book of Psalms, chapter 9, verse 6. O thou enemy, destructions are come to a perpetual end.
Read again.
The book of Psalms, chapter 9, verse 6. O thou enemy, destructions are come to a perpetual end.
So their destructions that have come upon us is getting ready to come to an end.
That's right.
Thus saith the Most High. This is why you see all the mayhem in America, man. Give me Proverbs 3:33. Keep reading.
And thou hast destroyed cities.
Come on.
Their memorial is perished with them.
Their memorial, all these buildings, the White House, all their monuments, you're not going to see it soon, man. It's getting ready to come down. It's going to be an utter destroying wind, man. That's going to come through and destroy these ideologies, man. It's going to destroy all these doctrines. This is just a facade, man. This is a burning building just waiting to go up in smoke, man. Come on.
But verse 7. But the Lord shall endure forever.
But what?
But the Lord shall endure forever.
But the what?
But the Lord shall endure forever.
So if you're not on that, man, you are stupid.
That's right.
Go ahead, read on.
Psalms chapter 9, verse 20.
Bring it out.
Put them in fear.
Put them in what?
Put them in fear.
Let's all get along. Let's launch with your enemy.
Put them in fear.
That's what we're telling you, man. Thus saith the Most High. He's a man of war, man. He ain't playing no games.
O Lord, that the nations may know themselves to be but men.
That's what we're here to do as a government. To let them know they're not but men. They're not our no superpower. They're not our founding fathers. They have no authority or jurisdiction over the government of the Heavenly Father. Read what you got.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 33. The curse of the Lord is in the house of the wicked.
So we're here to declare these curses, man. We're going to break curses on America day and night, man. That's what the government is here to do. That's what Masharah Yasharahla is here to do. All you scoffers out there, man. All you naysayers. You can't do nothing against these prophecies, man. Everything that we said is thus saith the Most High. So there's going to be nothing that you can do against these sure prophecies, man. Read.
The curse of the Lord is in the house.
If you don't know that you're in the house of the wicked, I don't know what rock you've been under. You need to crawl from under the rock that you've been under this past century, man. This is a wicked place, man. And you feel the brunt of it. Anytime white people are marching with black people, that's the same thing that was going on during the Civil War. The same thing, man. There's nothing new under the sun. You had so-called white people on both sides, on the north and the south. The last time I checked, a house divided against itself is not going to stand. Y'all need to get out of the crossfire of the Heavenly Father, man. Read.
The curse of the Lord is in the house of the wicked, but he blesseth the habitation of the just.
Of the what?
The just.
So that's what we got to come to. Laws, statutes, and commandments, and be just, man, because that's the only way we're going to be blessed by the Heavenly Father. And with that, I say shalom. That's it. That's it. That's my time. All right. All praise to Yahweh Bahasham, HaMashiach Yahushua. Kwam Yasharahla.
Kwam Yasharahla. Kwam Yasharahla. Kwam Yasharahla. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
So here we are at the Masharah Yasharahla Unity Camp in Washington, D.C. And guess what? We're on Black Lives Matter Road, or street. Here's the protest. The real protest in the Bible, okay? The real protester is HaMashiach Yahushua. Come? That's the real protest. Because why? Yahushua is now ready to redeem these people, okay? In these last days. So get prepared for the redemption of HaMashiach Yahushua. Come?
Come! Come! Come!
Luke 1:68. And you get Revelation 12 and 3. Because the Most High says this, he is now prepared to redeem his people. America's fallen, okay? America is finished. So we gotta recognize that we, as the people of HaMashiach Yahushua, gotta rise up and begin to do what? Keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of HaMashiach Yahushua. Come? Now, before we go into scripture, I want to say this. My name is Elder Barak, all right, from the Masharah Yasharahla. And the Masharah Yasharahla means government of Israel. I have been chosen to be the spokesman of the Masharah Yasharahla, okay? And the Masharah Yasharahla has different departments and has different leaders and different council brothers, all right, that can lead this nation forward and build this nation up as a government. Just like the government of America is fallen, the Masharah Yasharahla under Yahushua is being risen up. Come. You gotta realize this is the government right here. Okay, you're looking at parts of the government of the Masharah Yasharahla. Okay, come. And you young men, you're the government. Get ready. Yahushua said, what the least shall be like King David. The least. So it's coming down. The Most High and Yahushua is ready to give us power. But power can only come if you do the right thing in righteousness. Come. You gotta do it in righteousness. It's not coming no other way. So you can protest. Black Lives Matter is a stage group by the elite of America. Okay? So it's going to fall. You know it's going to fall. Okay? The elite run the NAACP, they run the Urban League, they run CORE, they run all these black associations. So it's finished. It's over. Got a bunch of homosexuals in the Black Lives Movement. So what kind of movement is that? So the Messiah is angry. Okay? But the real revolution is in the Bible. And Yahushua is going to lead this real revolution. And the real revolution, Yahushua said what? He's coming to take the kingdom. Okay? Yeah. Okay. He's coming to take the kingdom. Yeah. Okay. All right. So now, understand that the Masharah Yasharahla is out here now to build the government. And that's what it means. Come. So that's what we're going to do. Okay? Read that shit now. Luke 1:68.
The book of Luke, chapter 1, verse 68.
Bring it out!
Blessed be Yahweh our power of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people.
He had visited and redeemed his people.
That's right.
Okay? Who's that talking about? The Masharah Yasharahla. Visited and redeemed his people. So what the Messiah is saying? That you're already redeemed. But you got to follow a program. The program is what? The gospel. What Yahushua commanded us to do. And you black men in America, the reason why the police are putting their knee in your neck, because you're not following what Yahushua said do. Okay? So the brother of George Floyd was saying what? I can't breathe. I cannot breathe. What does that mean? That they still oppressing you. That is symbolic. They still oppressing you. And you walk around thinking the white man gonna give you rights. You ain't got no damn right in America. You were brought here as slaves to be punished for your sins. So you gotta understand that. So Yahushua said in these last days, you're gonna be redeemed only in Masharah Yasharahla. This government cannot redeem you. This government has failed you. Because why? You are the enemy of this government. And they know it.
That's right.
That's why they do what they do. Go ahead, Ak.
Verse 69. And have raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David.
So, what are they saying? What Yahushua is saying? Raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David. What? Horn means power. Salvation, redemption. That's what you black men need. And you so-called Negroes, Western and Haitian people, you're all one people. You're all here divided against one another, thinking you're different. Puerto Ricans against the so-called Negro, Negro against the Puerto Ricans, and all the 12 tribes all divided up. Then Yahushua said, you're going to come together. Okay? He's gonna break away that breach. And that breach is going to come together. So it's hard time to wake up. So you're looking at the government over there. You're looking at the government. And nobody give a damn if you don't like it. If you don't like it, too damn bad. Because Yahushua said, it must need be that offenses come. And cursed be the man that's offended. So if you don't like it, too damn bad. And we know the white man don't like it. Trump don't like it, but too damn bad. Okay? Trump don't lead America to World War III. Just as simple as he can be. And the government is trying to tell him, but he don't want to listen. Trump want to do what he want to do. But we, as Israelites, Yasharahla, we're going to do what Yahushua say do.
That's right.
We're going to get it straight. Okay, go ahead, up.
Verse 70. As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophet,
He spake it by the mouth of his holy prophets. What?
which have been since the world began.
Since the world began. How about that? So we, as the chosen people, have been since the world began.
That's right.
Show them that in Isaiah 44. I think Isaiah 44 and 1, I believe. Go ahead, Ak.
Verse 71. That we should be saved from our enemies.
That we should be what?
Saved
What?
Saved from our enemies.
What?
Saved from our enemies.
What?
Saved from our enemies.
Who's the enemy? The white man and all the nations, the Gentiles and all the nations. So what are you protesting for? They're supposed to try to kill you. They're supposed to put their knee on your neck, you damn fool. They're supposed to hate you. wondering why they hate you. Why does the white man hate us so much? Why do white people don't like us so much? Because why? They're your enemies.
That's right.
An enemy hates you. Get the definition of an enemy. An enemy is supposed to hate you. What does that say?
The book of Isaiah, chapter 44, verse 1. Yet now hear, O Jacob.
Hear, O Jacob, hear this.
Hear, O Jacob, my servant.
Right, you're a servant of Yahweh Shai. You're not talking about you're going to do what you want to do. You're a servant of Yahweh Shai. But you've been a servant to the white man of the nations for all these generations and all these years. Now, just turn that servitude towards Yahweh Shai and serve in righteousness. You want to serve? Bible says you're a homeborn servant. You ain't damn man. Just turn your servant to the attitude to Yahweh Shai, and you'll be okay. Go ahead, huh?
And Israel, whom I have chosen.
The Most High choose
Israel, whom I have chosen.
everybody.
Israel, whom I have chosen.
Maybe the white man.
Israel, whom I have chosen.
Israel, meaning Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the children of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay? The other nations are not included in that. So understand that. And this, again, this is the Masharah Yasharahla. For you white folk, you're looking at the government of Israel here. I'm in the Yahweh Shai. Okay? I know there'll be no Black Lives Matter in the kingdom of heaven. Forget about it. It's going to be Yahweh Shai and the 12 tribes matter. And Israel matter. Okay, you're looking at it. All right, you Chinese, Japanese, Arabs, Africans, you look at the government of the nation of Israel that's going to be redeemed and risen up by Yahweh Shai, who you call Christ. Christ is a black man with woolly hair. You understand that? You're looking at it. That's why the protest didn't work. Because it wasn't done in righteousness.
That's right.
It has to be done in righteousness. And now you got Black Panthers talking about marching to the KKK with guns. You ain't going to defeat the white man with guns, dummy. Because this is spiritual warfare. The weapons of our warfare are not carnal. So you're not going to defeat him with guns.
That's right.
Christ, look, the angels eat guns for breakfast. Gabriel's asking Michael, what kind of gun you want? And what kind of gun you want? I have AK-47s. What are you going to have for breakfast? They eat it for breakfast. So a gun, you can't defeat the white man by guns. You Black Panthers, wherever you're at, it ain't going to work. They can drop a Tomahawk missile on you. What are you going to do then, Black Panther? Huh? They can drop an ICBM on you. What are you going to do then? So guns ain't going to do it. I know everybody's buying guns. You're afraid the police brutality is going to, you might be next. You don't know if you're next or not. But guns is not going to help. This is going to help. This is spiritual warfare. From Masharah Yasharahla. Because guess what? Yeah, there you go. Beautiful. Read that.
Tell them where you're at. The book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 1.
Bring it out.
Woe to the rebellious children.
That's Israel. He's talking to Israel now. Woe to the rebellious children. Go on.
Saith the Lord.
Saith the Most High. The Most High is always talking to Israel first. Then the other nations. Okay, go on.
That take counsel, but not of me.
You're taking counsel by the Republican Party, the Democratic Party, the religious organizations, the church systems. But the Most High said, you don't even take counsel of me. Go on.
But not of me. And that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit.
See? Black Lives Matter.
Right.
You're going to cover yourself by a homosexual organization.
Right.
Black Lives Matter. Okay? But the Most High said, but not of me. I'm the creator of heaven and earth. Okay? I'm the one that gives you rights. I'm the one that justify you and sanctify you. Not Black Lives Matter. Not the Republican Party. Not Trump. Trump ain't gonna done about niggas. He said, niggas, go back to Africa. Ain't that what he said? Get the hell out of here. And when they asked him, well, what do you think about what happened to George Floyd? Trump didn't give a damn. Trump said, well, he might have been a criminal anyway. Understand? He said that. So they don't care about you, brothers. Go on up.
And that covered with a covering, but not of my spirit.
Not of the Most High Spirit, which is the Bible. The Holy Bible is the Spirit of the Heavenly Father. Come.
That they may add sin to sin.
See, Black Lives Matter. You're adding sin to sin. Churches, sin to sin. Celebrating holidays, 4th of July and Christmas, Halloween, and Easter, sin to sin.
That's right.
Christianity, the Roman Catholicism, and Muslim, the Nation of Islam, sin to sin. It doesn't stop. You think protesting, the white man knows how to protest? We've been protesting since the 50s and 60s and 70s. This government guy got it down to a science. They let you protest, and where's the protest now? I don't see nobody out here. Where's that? Died down, didn't it? You know why? Because they know to let you rumble a little bit, let you let off steam a little bit, and they say, oh, them niggas gonna die now. Okay? They don't care about these buildings. They can build a building in what, 1 month? They don't care about this. So no, where's it at now? See, the elite control America, and they control Black Lives Matter. Was that it, Shema? Go ahead, huh?
The book of Revelations, chapter 12, verse 3. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon.
The great red dragon is coming. He's at the devil, Satan. And who's the red man on the earth? The so-called white man. He's really the red man. Okay? There's nobody white. There's nobody black either. There are different shades of red, so-called white folk, and black folk, so-called black folk, different shades of brown. But the Most High is a great red dragon in heaven, down,
having 7 heads and 10 horns.
Yeah, 12. I want 2. The 2.
And she being with child cried, travailing in birth.
She being with child, travailing in birth, showing you what? That her Masharah Yasharahla is going to come back and be born again. But this time he's going to come how? Not through his mother's womb. This time he's going to come out of the heavens. And he's going to destroy America. He's going to destroy the works of the devil and the so-called white man in all nations. And guess what? Christ is a black man with yellow hair. They call Christ a nigger too. You ever read that in the Bible? Show them in Acts 13:1. They call Christ a nigger.
Bring it out.
Go it out.
And in birth and pain to be delivered.
Yahweh's birth and pain to be delivered, meaning what? The 12 tribes of Israel is going to birth Yahweh, but Yahweh is going to come out the heavens as a man. This time, but no, he said in the Bible, I will not meet you as a man. Christ is coming with spiritual power. And he's coming, you don't know the Lord, he's coming to kill people.
That's right.
He ain't coming for peace.
God.
Hold that, so now I get Matthew 10:34. Hold that though. Go ahead.
And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon having 7 heads and 10 horns.
Now get the 5th verse.
Verse 5. And she brought forth a man-child.
What did the 12 tribes bring forth? A what?
And she brought forth a man-child.
That man-child is her Mashiach Yahweh. See? He's a man, yet he's a child. He's a man-child. Because when he came forth the first time, that was a child, Yahweh. Now he's going to come back forth this time as what? The man, but with spiritual power. Yahweh is in control of the whole universe. And he's only coming to redeem one nation. That's who? Israel. Yasharahla. Israel. Come Yasharahla.
Come Yasharahla. Come Yasharahla. Come Yasharahla.
Who wants to rule all nations with a rod?
He said do what?
To rule.
He said do what?
To rule.
To do what?
To rule.
Do what?
To rule.
Yahweh is coming to rule. So what about the White House? They're not going to be around. Okay, 5 minutes. They're not going to be around. No more leadership. Mr. White Man, other nations, Arab nations, Chinese nations. The Chinese, they're going to rule the earth next. We got news for you. You haven't seen nothing yet. The Chinese ain't going nowhere but to slavery. That's where they're going, slavery. Yeah. Who you call a nigger? Remember when the COVID-19 came, what happened? When COVID-19 came, over there in China, they were kicking Negroes out the house.
Right.
These groups walking around talking about why is America killing black folk in the streets? Yeah, but in COVID-19 over there in China, you were kicking Negroes out the house. So get down here, you damn groups. Let's be out of your damn mind. That's right. Go on.
And who wants to rule all nations with a rod of iron?
With the rod of iron. See how you rule? With the Bible. The rod of iron is the Bible. That's how the next government is going to rule this earth, which is Yasharahla, on the other side, going to rule earth by the Bible. So all nations are going to do what? They're going to follow this Bible. If you don't, your head's going to be chopped off.
That's right.
That's the way it has to go. Read someone.
The book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 34.
Bring it out!
Think not that I am come to send peace on earth.
I mean, what peace? Do you see any peace? Black Lives Matter, we want peace. There ain't no peace.
That's right.
In America. It's over with. And I'm good with Yahweh. We in war. Yeah, we in war too. We're like Yahweh, we're killers. Yeah, we're ready to kill.
That's right.
But we gotta wait till Yahweh give us the order. We don't get see all these men here? See? You ain't seen killing yet. You think you can put your knee on a black man's neck? Damn, before you know, when you put your knee on the carotid artery, you're gonna suffocate. They knew that. So that was a witchcraft killing, a sacrifice killing. All right? And you black men gotta rise up and stand up and be men. Stop running around robbing and killing one another.
That's right.
Robbing stores and so forth. That's why they call the cops. The cops come, try to arrest you. You resist, and you get killed. You don't know that, Heavenly Father. Heavenly Father ordered that killing too.
That's right.
Life and death come from the Most High.
That's right.
So if the white man kill you, the Heavenly Father ordained that.
That's right.
But the white man hates us. No, the Most High hates your actions.
That's right.
Yeah.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 21, verse 8. And unto this people thou shalt say, thus saith the Lord, behold, I set before you the way of life and the way of death.
There you go, see? I set before you the way of life and death. So if death come, who ordained it? The Most High just did it through the so-called white man or any other nation. That's all it was. Okay? You crying for George Floyd. Did the Heavenly Father cry for him? No. Understand? You wake up and smell the coffee.
That's right.
Okay? Wake up! Because more death is coming.
That's
There's going to be
right.
1,000 on your left side and 1,000 on your right side. And that's going to manifest in these last days. Death is coming. And the bloodshed shall be up to the horse's brow. Because look, we haven't come to tribulation periods yet. The tribulation period is coming. The first seal you read in Revelation hasn't been set forth yet. That's the seal of the Antichrist. And he's coming. And he knows he can't get to your house anymore. So he's coming after you so-called Negroes, listed as Haitian. He's coming after you. You better get prepared. So you better come on into this truth now. Prepare yourself, for death and destruction and bloodshed is coming.
That's right.
The book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword.
What's the Lord coming to do?
But a sword. But what? But a sword.
What?
But a sword.
What?
But a sword.
Death and destruction the Lord's bringing.
That's right.
Okay? Okay, go on.
Verse 35. For I am come to save man at variance against his father.
See? A man set a man in division against his father. That's what you see out here.
And the daughter against her mother. And the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foe shall be they of his own household.
And a man's role should be them in his own house. How about that? This is what you get in America. Because America ain't for what? Ain't for righteousness. America's a capitalistic society. Therefore, rape, robbery, and murder. You know what capitalism is? Rape the poor and rob the poor. That's capitalism. That's what that is.
And everything in America is satanic. Everything. I don't care what you do is satanic. The Lord says, I hate everything in the world. Everything you do is satanic. Upside down. Where you at? Daniel 7:18. When the next brother come up. So, get prepared. Yasharahla, get prepared. Yahweh says he's coming to what? To take the kingdom. And the kingdom's going to be taken by Masharah Yasharahla. We're not going to ask the white man for no damn civil rights. We don't want your civil rights. We don't want civil rights. Well, you white folk, we don't want you. We don't want your civil rights. Forget about it. Your voting rights, we don't give a damn about it. Can't vote a man in office no damn way. You know damn well the white man ain't gonna let you vote somebody in the office. That's he had you in slavery. So damn dumb. Go.
The book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 18. But the saints of the Most High.
Who are the saints? Yasharahla are the saints. Yasharahla is the saints. Yasharahla are the saints. Go on.
But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom.
How we gonna do it?
We have to
Take the kingdom.
How we gonna do it?
Take the kingdom.
One more time. How we gonna do it?
Take the kingdom.
In the Masharah Yasharahla. So, the Masharah Yasharahla, okay, the Union camp, we're in D.C., okay, we're going to say, Come Yasharahla. Come Yasharahla.
Come Yasharahla. Come Yasharahla.
All praise you, everybody. Shimmy Awashai. In the book of Malachi 2, about the 6th verse, right? We're going to start there. All praise you, how about Shimmy Awashai. They call me Chief Priest, Alazar Ben Lawyer. Some call me the Gorilla Hebrew. Right? Chief Priest of the Sakari Camp, officer of the priesthood here in the Masharah Yasharahla for the whole nation. Right? Because it's much bigger than a camp. Camps are just parts of a body, the greater body of a Mashiach, Yahweh who the world calls Jesus Christ. Alright? The only begotten Son of the Most High, Yahweh, Savior of so-called Negroes, Latinos, and North American Indians. Not the Savior of you other people. Alright? There is no United Nations under Mashiach. It's only about the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel who have been raped, robbed, murdered, spoiled, and lied to for the last half a millennium. Right? That's who he's coming for. He's not coming for the murderer. Okay? He's not coming for the slave master. He's coming for the slave that has had no justice in this country, or in this continent, or in the continent south to it for 500 years. No justice in Europe for 500 years. Read that.
The book of Malachi, chapter 2, verse 6. The law of truth was in his mouth.
See, that's our job. The job of the priests, of the Levites, the so-called Haitian man, is to keep the law of truth in our mouths. Right? Read on.
And iniquity was not found in his lips.
See that? And to not speak of iniquity and sin and evil, but rather to be an example to all the 12 tribes of Israel of righteousness, man. Right? Read on.
He walked with me in peace and equity, and did turn many away from iniquity.
That's our job, to turn you so-called Negroes and Latinos away from iniquity, man. To teach you the true laws of God. To teach you to stop breaking these laws. Because guess what? When the white man tells you put a mask on, you put a mask on. Give me numbers 15 to 38, huh? When the white man tells you to put a mask on, you put a mask on. Is the white man greater than God? Is the white man, you Negroes and Latinos, God? Could have fooled me. I know Nick Cannon, as soon as the white man told him that check is over, he stopped talking about that Israelite stuff. He started talking about killing his damn simple self. Right? You know why that is? Because the white man is Nick Cannon's God. I'm here to tell you so-called Negroes and Latinos, the only living God is your God. You are his chosen people. And he requires something of you. Read that number 1538.
The book of Numbers, chapter 15, verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
So God said put a fringe on your garments. The white man told you put a mask on your face, you did it. But God told you to put a fringe on your garments, and you can't do that? Ain't that something? You got Hebrew Israelites in the truth, can't put a fringe on their garment. But they wear a mask when they go up in the store when the white man tell them to. Some of y'all God is the white man. That's what I'm here to tell you. And I'm here to tell you the white man is a man, just like you're a man. But God, actually, he's not even a man just like you're a man. You're greater than him. I'm here to tell you that. But your God is the only living God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God that brought the Israelites out of captivity in Egypt by the hand of Moses. I'm talking about parted the Red Sea, flooded this whole earth. That is your God. You better start acting like you care about it. Give me the beginning of wisdom, man. Hold Malachi 2. We're going to go back there. But give me what the beginning of wisdom is. Because I see a whole bunch of people out here, so-called blacks and Hispanics, that are destitute of wisdom. Destitute of the fear of the Most High. Because you cannot truly obtain wisdom unless you first fear your Creator. If he had power to create you, he has power to destroy you. Power to make your life force disintegrate. You better not play with him. And he gave you commandments. He told you to do certain things. And we have our people out here that aren't following any of their commandments, man. Right? Give me that slap. You got it? Hold, give Malachi 2 for me. I'm going to go back to Malachi 2 real quick. Right? We got to go back to this Malachi 2. Because the priests have a job, man. All right? Some of our people have failed at this job, but the Most High has caused some of us to stand up mightily and fulfill the office of the priesthood, man. Fulfill what a Levitical priest is supposed to do. So let me get there. Let me take a look real quick. Malachi 2, I want you to start at, let me take a look. 2 right here. Right? 7, go ahead.
The book of Malachi, chapter 2, verse 7.
Read on.
For the priest's lips should keep knowledge.
That's what our lips are supposed to keep. The knowledge of God, read on.
And they should seek the law at his mouth.
And they shall what?
Seek the law at his mouth.
So y'all are supposed to be able to come to us, the so-called Haitian men. Y'all supposed to be able to come to us and ask us about the laws of God. What's right and wrong, right? And there's some semblance of that takes place now. And this is something that y'all need in America desperately, man. You know what sodomites get in Haiti, right? They get stoned. They get tires wrapped around their neck, and they get little blades. You know why that is? Hold that, Leviticus 20 and 13. There's a reason for that, man. There's a reason why we're still executing that judgment on that island, man, because we're the priests of God. That's right. We here to teach you people here, man. We're here to teach you Americans who became homosexuals, flaming homosexuals, pedophiles, and transgenders in America. Dwayne Wade, we're here to teach you that that's wrong. Read.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 13. If a man also lie with mankind, as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death.
You're supposed to seek the law of God at my mouth. And I'm here to tell you that sodomism is punishable by death in the eyes of God. That's why still today in Haiti, they get judged in that manner. With stones, with fire. There's a reason for that, man. Give me Deuteronomy 23 and 17, now. You got that? Read that from
The book of Proverbs, chapter 9, verse 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
This is the problem, man. We fear, man. We fear the police. We fear the white man. We fear people who got too hard of an ice grill on our street, but we do not fear God. And that's why we out here destitute of wisdom. We need to learn the fear of the Most High God, the creator of heaven and earth. That's what we need to learn the fear of. Right? Go ahead.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23, verse 17. There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel. There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel.
Such an important law. Since COVID hit, so many black and Hispanic women have created goddamn OnlyFans pages. And what are they doing on there? Whoring themselves. God said that shall not be so. That's what we're here to teach you people. To stop being sodomites. To stop being prostitutes. Read.
Nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel.
See that? That's plain and simple and clear in the text. No prostitution. No whoredom. No homosexuality, bisexuality, transsexuality. Bi-curiosity. None of that madness is tolerated by the Most High God. And anybody doing that lacks the wisdom of God. You don't know God. All right? If you did know God, you would not go against the natural order that he set up in this earth. Right? He made so. Here it is. Dwayne Wade have a son. Names him after the holy city of God, Zion. Has a boy. He went to the ultrasound. Before he already was born, he goes to the ultrasound. They tell him what? It's a boy. Right? God made that a boy. Give me Salaki. Give me Romans 9. God made that a boy, right? Grows up his whole life. Now all of a sudden when he's 12, now the nigga's a girl. That's madness, man. Give me 9, starting at 14. Go ahead. No, not 14. Let's start with the Potter. There we go. 20. Let's start at 20. Read.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 9, verse 20. Man, but oh man, who art thou that repliest against Yahweh?
That's who y'all is right now. You know, when somebody's transgender, they're trying to reply against God. God made them who they're supposed to be. Okay, hold that. God said this is a boy, right? Gave him all the body parts of a boy. He gets to be 12 years old and say, no, I'm a girl. Read it from the top.
Man, but oh man, who art thou that repliest against Yahweh?
That's my question. Who are you to reply against God that made you? God that formulated you in the womb to be a man or to be a woman, and now you reply against him? This is why the priest got to be raised back up. Right. So we can tell you simple ass people, what are you thinking about? Right. Y'all are going nuts out here. I've seen, we walked up here yesterday, I see all over this gate, black trans lives matter. Wait a minute, hold on. But wait, I thought if it said Black Lives Matter, that included everybody. Why we gotta start segmenting which Black Lives Matter? No, I thought it was everybody. Now we gotta segment it for the trans? No, they need to stop being trans. Read.
Shall the thing form? Say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus?
When you're transgender, you're telling God, you don't know anything, God. That's right. You got this wrong, God. What's going on here? You see you shaking your head. Do you disagree with what I'm saying out here? So like the thought, oh my goodness. Do you disagree with what I'm saying out here? Where you from?
Wake him up!
Where you from?
What?
Where you from?
That's a racist question.
That's a racist question?
Yes.
Aren't you proud of your culture and heritage?
That's a racist question.
No, are you proud of your culture and heritage? Then you should declare your culture and heritage.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does matter.
You are asking the racist question.
Well, I'm a racist, brother. All right, that's all I'm going to say. Transphobia is not racism, okay? I'm not transphobic. I'm not afraid of transgender people. I only fear God. That's all I fear. All right? That's what we fear up here. Transphobia. So now transgender is a race. I thought it was a gender. Stupidity is going on out here, man. But of course that incest baby don't know a damn thing. Who was I talking to? I'm talking to a natural-born idiot, man. Right? This boy just gave me this book. This book is a nice kid's book called Mommy, Mama, and Me. Look at this great book, right? This is madness, man. That's why the priest got to come out here and tell y'all, listen, y'all up in this country, the white man's pumping all this madness to you. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you what happens in Haiti. What do you think will happen in Haiti if this book coming to Haiti, man? All right? Somebody's going to die just for looking at this book in Haiti, man. All right? Because that's the righteousness and the judgment of the Most High God, man. Now, we just got to get that on all levels, man. Right? And that's what we're here to tell y'all people. Finish that.
Have not the potter power over the clay?
God has all power over his creation. If he made you a boy, you are a boy. If he made you a girl, you are a girl. That's right. And that's it. Right. Read.
Of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor.
So he makes every vessel unto the purpose in which he wants it for. Go ahead and read that precept.
That's right.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 29, verse 16.
Bring it out.
Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay.
See that? They have turned this whole world upside. Let me explain something to you in America, man. Give me your sins will reach unto heaven. Let me explain something to you. This whole world has been turned upside down, especially in this country. This country is getting to a peak, a summit of evil and wickedness, man. When you take a look at what's going on, when you go out to fill out an application and it casts gender, and there's something other than male, or if it's a other, let me explain something to you. This place is coming to a level of evil that is unprecedented, man. Right? How many people in the crowd don't believe in God? Who don't believe in God in the crowd? Somebody. Who don't believe in a God? Let me tell y'all something. Who's ever heard of a city called Pompeii? I learned about that in elementary school. Who's heard of Pompeii in the crowd? Come on, man. I want to see here. Y'all ain't heard of Pompeii? You heard of Pompeii, sister? You heard of Pompeii? Come on, right here, man. I'm talking to you. You heard of Pompeii? You never heard of Pompeii before? Now can't nobody talk. Yeah, you ain't heard of Pompeii? Let me tell you what Pompeii was. Pompeii was a city that was given over to transsexuality and homosexuality, right? It was fully given over to that. You know what God did to that city? Let's see if they believe in God now. God made a volcano erupt and drowned that city in magma and lava.
That's right!
Right? Every town, every city that has ever exalted homosexuality in history has had something catastrophic happen to it.
That's right!
That's the Most High God, man. I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all, you other nations, y'all can do a lot, but the Most High does not like homosexuality. He doesn't like sexual immorality. He's not into it. He'll judge any nation for sexual immorality, right? He's gonna deal with that place. But see, in America, the so-called Negro and Latino come to America and just get hypnotized by the American dream, and they start doing these same things. They set this negative example for our people. We're here to set you straight by Masharah Yasharahla. We're here to set you straight with the word of the Most High. That is the office and the jobs of the priest. To tell our people to stop murdering each other. Stop sleeping with each other's women. Stop stealing from each other. Right? We're here to teach you the laws of the Most High God. And it's more than 10, it's over 600 laws of the Most High God.
That's right!
We're here to tell you to stop eating. Just get on Instagram, man. Get on Instagram, girl, all these sisters' pages, and they can't wait to show you all the shrimp, the crab, the lobster that they eat. Like cockroaches and spiders have become delicacies. Right? Who knows what the definition of a lobster is, man? I challenge anybody, go on your etymology dictionary and look up the word lobster. You know what that means? Spider. That's what a lobster is. Would you eat a spider? Sister with the stroller, would you eat a spider? So why you eat lobster? You eat spiders. Would you eat a cockroach?
Right.
So why would you eat shrimp?
Work around!
All that stuff is stuff that God told us not to eat in the book of Leviticus 11. But a lot of our people are too simple to read in the Bible at all. They claim to believe in God, but they give me a 60 out of the book of the Lord and read Bible shot. Go ahead.
The book of Revelations, chapter 18, verse 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven.
That's all the wickedness in this country is getting ready to reach unto heaven. They're getting ready to do so much wickedness, so much insurmountable wickedness. The Most High God is going to bring this place down, man. It's like every time they turn around, they're trying to figure out how do we get more wicked? How do we outdo ourselves in evil and wickedness? It's like that, and like they sitting in the room brainstorming on how much more evil they can be. All that's doing is causing the wrath of God, and I'm happy. When we see this, when I see how wicked they are, I get happy. You know why? Because I just know our salvation is that much more close. The Most High ain't going to be able to tolerate but so much of this. So we're here to tell you so-called blacks and Hispanics, you are the Israelites according to the Bible, and it's high time that you repent and come back to the laws of God.
That's right!
I see y'all stop and listen. Y'all got a question? Y'all know y'all the Israelites according to the Bible?
That's right!
Have y'all heard that information before? This is the life. What's funny, sis? What's funny about that? Right? Nothing's funny, right? Y'all ever heard that you were the Israelites according to the Bible? No. What's your nationality or ethnicity? African-American. African-American, right? Now, here's the thing about that, right? Africa's a continent and America's a continent. But we're saying that our nationality is two continents. Well, a continent consists of multiple nations in it, right? Like if you go to Africa, they got 54 different nations in Africa. But our people, we still call ourselves African American. That's a term that Jesse Jackson invented back in the 80s, right? But we had, before we was called African American, what was we called? A Negro. What about before that? A colored. But what about before we got off that boat, what was we? That's the real question. Because that's what we're calling our people to come back to. And what we were before we got on that boat was we were the Israelites.
That's right!
When you go look up those kingdoms in West Africa that we built, they had Hebrew names. They had Hebrew customs. When you take a look at the kingdoms that the Native Americans had in the Americas, they had Hebrew names. They had Hebrew customs. There's a reason for that. Because we are the Hebrew Israelites according to the Bible, and it's high time that we come back to that, right?
And God has remembered her iniquity.
God is getting ready to remember the iniquity. All this has happened to George Floyd of the world, the Corinne Gaines of the world, the Samir Rice of the world. God is going to avenge that. We marching and asking for justice from the people who have never given us justice, for people that don't even know what justice looks like, right? We're going to get our justice from the Most High God. You got that last precept? Let's read that.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 34, verse 16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail. None shall want her mate. For my mouth it had commanded, and his spirit it had gathered them.
So the Most High God gave us commandments in this book, and we have to read out of this book. This book will give us all the information we need to know, and have prophecy that spoke about everything that we're dealing with now that was written 2,000 and 3,000 years ago. Right? There is no book that can hold a candle to this Bible, man. Right? Y'all got the information, right? Y'all want to look into it, right? Finish that, go ahead.
This is Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 1. If thou wilt return, O Israel, saith the Lord, return unto me.
Right, say what?
Return unto me.
It's time that we return to our God, right? Read.
And if thou wilt put away thy abomination,
We have to put away our abominations, read on.
out of my sight.
All the sins and things against God. Do y'all know that eating pork is against God? Y'all heard of that before? Eating pepperoni pizza, eating bacon, eating a pork chop. God said we can't do that. Shrimp, crab, and lobster. God said we can't do that. I know it sounds radical and crazy, right? But these are the things that the Lord told us not to do, right? Now, if the white man tell us put a mask on, what do? We put a mask on, right? Y'all got masks on right now, right? You see that with the quickness. But if God said to do something, why we ain't quick to do that? That's what we need to do, right? We'll finish this and I'm coming on. Go ahead.
Then shalt thou not remove. Verse 2. And thou shalt swear, Yahweh liveth in truth, in judgment, and in righteousness. And the nations shall bless themselves in him, and in him shall they glory.
So we need to come back to our God. We're the Israelites. Our God is the God of this Bible, whose name is Yahweh. That's what time is. That's my time. I give all praise, Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh, Shah. Come on, Charlotte. All praise to the Most High. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Give me the book of Zephaniah 3 and 8. Our people don't learn. They don't learn. They haven't learned yet. Nothing is work for our people, man. One of our people don't learn. Here it is, it's 2020. And how the hell, what I don't understand is that how, like the brothers are saying all day, Black Lives Matter, okay, but the same damn man have been beating your, you know what, okay, from here to California, all over the earth. How's you gonna let him infiltrate, okay, a movement that's really relegated towards you? All right, the damn white man's the devil, man. The Bible speaks of down that right there. All right, and these old damn black church pastors, man, they're the biggest damn enemies, okay, that we got out here, man. Going around lying to the people, man. They're the biggest enemies to you, man. Because why? Because it
Ain't no truth in them. Give me the book of Zephaniah. Okay, the book of Zephaniah 3 and 8. Okay, give me the book of Zephaniah 3 and 8. All right, is it on? Zephaniah 3 and 8. Okay? Yeah, here. Oh, yeah. Try to get it going. Read Zephaniah 3 and 8. Okay. All right. Because the so-called white man don't never mean you no harm, man. This is the same damn man, okay, that been beating you, okay, all across America. Not only all across America, okay, but this whole entire earth. That's right. Anything that you can think of bad. I don't care for the time that you leave your house in the morning, okay, from the time you get back in work. This damn man is behind every damn evil deed on this planet, man. Okay? You can fool yourself all you want to and think that the good ones, okay, think that you got good white friends, the ones that you went to school with and the ones you letting your little kids, okay, go to college with, come back home, now they got a damn white boyfriend. They just as evil. Little snakes grow up to be what? Big snakes. Okay, that's all it is, man. The damn white man, he's the problem of the whole earth, man. That's just the whole thing. He's the problem of the whole earth. And if you want to get rid of every bad thing in this earth, okay, it only adds up to one thing. Okay, the so-called white man has to be eradicated out of this entire earth. Okay, because he's the problem of the earth. Okay, you can say what you want to, you can think, okay, what you want to. Okay, he's the problem of this whole earth. When you think of cancer, okay, who's behind that?
The so-called white man. Think of the AIDS virus, COVID-19. Okay, who do you got? The so-called white man. The drugs that's in the society. Okay, the ethanol that you put in the drugs. Okay, a lot of you so-called Negroes get me sick on my stomach. Okay, I was talking about, well, black people, they okay, we don't force them to take drugs. If the damn white man didn't make the drugs, why give you that option to take them? All right, our people's problem is you never want to hold this damn devil accountable. Okay, that's your problem. You never want to hold the obvious, okay, accountable. And it's obvious in these last days, just like the scriptures say. Okay, nobody fits, okay, the description of the damn devil, okay, like the so-called white man. And the Most High saves him last on this earth, okay, because why? We got a short time left. Zephaniah, okay, 3 and 8. Come on and hit it, brother.
This is the book of Zephaniah.
You gotta repeat this. Come on, bro.
Chapter 3, verse 8.
Read out.
Therefore wait ye upon me.
The Most High said, what? Do what? Wait.
Therefore wait ye upon
The
me.
Most High said what? He said, wait ye upon him. You Negroes, you can vote until the damn check night, okay, when your sneaker fall off, man. Okay, the Most High said what?
Therefore wait ye upon
The
me.
Most High said, wait ye upon him. That's plain and simple. Okay, because the same power, okay, that put you in slavery is the same power that's going to take you out. Okay, you Negroes, you ain't got no choice. You can vote, you can scratch, okay, you can do whatever the hell you want to, man. Okay, when you're voting, you just voting one slave master out and you're voting another one back in. Give me Isaiah the 47th chapter. That's all you're doing. Okay, so the Most High said what? Read it again, brother.
Therefore wait ye upon
The
me.
Most High said what? Therefore wait ye upon me. And we ain't gonna riot, man. Okay, because we understand this Bible and we understand these scriptures. Nothing has worked for you so-called Negroes in your land of captivity. You try being Muslims. You try going to church. You try being 5%ers. Okay? All of a sudden now you got a new thing now called Black Lives Matter. Now you're going to turn that into a damn nation too. You Negroes is backwards, man. And the so-called white man, he loves every damn single minute of it, man. Okay, Nick Cannon can call you Negroes African Americans, he can call you Muslims, but as soon as he say Hebrew, okay, as soon as he say the Jews are black, oh my goodness, now all hell breaks loose. Okay, because this damn man knows who the hell you are. He knows that you're the same people and descendants, okay, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and your big brother Yahushua. He knows this. You don't think this man hasn't studied you? Okay, that we have to operate and fool the people and put the people in the condition that they're in, okay, and move your mind and motivate your mind. This man did his homework on you. He did his research on you, all right? That's the reason why the ghettos are set up in a certain high esteem, okay, because this man does his homework on you, all right? It's okay for anybody to go on a radio show or a worldwide TV set, and it's easy to call you African Americans. The white man don't say nothing, okay? If you call yourself a Muslim, the white man don't say nothing. But as soon as you come out and say the Hebrews are black, all hell breaks loose. This man got a problem. He start firing people. He start taking back his gifts, okay, because why? This man knows something that you don't. Okay, this man knows that you're the true descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The only people that don't know it is you. That's the reason why you're going around calling yourself Matthew 10, 5, and 6. That's the reason why you're going around calling yourselves 1,000 different nationalities in one, like the brother's been saying all day. The hell is an African American, man? Like the brothers said, that's 2 nationalities in one. Okay? And if you don't got that, you'll say you're a black man. And Most High said what? You're destroyed for a lack of knowledge, man. Read the book of Isaiah, the 47th chapter. Okay, and start right at the top. Isaiah 47 and 1. Come on. Come down. That's right. The Most High said what? Come down. The Most High said this. If you want the answer to what the hell is going on in America, the Most High said this. Come down. Yeah, come on down, America. Okay, and do what? And sit. The Most High said this. And sit. Okay? How the hell does it feel to be us? How does it feel to be us, so-called white man? Okay? All the plagues that's hitting you now. You got 25, 30 earthquakes, okay, that goes on worldwide that he don't tell you about on TV. Okay? All the volcanoes explode, all the uprisings of the people. So the Most High said this from the top. Come down. Most High said this. Said, come on down and sit. Most High said, come on down and sit. Have a seat, Mr. So-called white man. How does it feel to be us? How does it feel